This guy's been over 300 pounds, Teddy.
Yeah.
Imani Lee, he's been over 300 pounds.
Yeah.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Bally's Atlantic City as Cedric Kushner Promotions in association with Duva Boxing and Miller Lite present the ESPN2 Friday Night Fights. Your matchmaker is Eric Botcher. Tonight's bouts are under the auspices of the New Jersey State Athletic Control Board, the Commissioner, Larry Hazard, the Chairman, Gerald Grimley. Your ringside positions are Dr. Blair Bergen and Dr. Vincent Guida. Your judges at ringside this evening, Deborah Barnes, John Riley, and Steve Weisfeld. Your timekeeper is the always timely Roosevelt Gilbert. And counting for the knockdowns at the bell, the alternate referee in this case, Tony Orlando. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this contest is scheduled for 6 rounds in the heavyweight division. Your referee is Lindsay Page.
No.
Introducing first in the red corner, to my right, wearing the black trunks with the white shirt, and weighing in at 287 pounds. He has a professional record that reads 8 victories, 2 defeats, and 5 wins coming by way of knockout. He hails from Alexandria, Virginia.
Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas. Friday Night Fights, your boxing authority with a big night of big men. Heavyweight contender Jameel McCline in our main event. But to get the night started, a 6-round clash between Imani Lee and Kelvin Hale.
Full record, 12 wins, 4 defeats, 2 draws, and 6 knockouts.
Imani Lee is 6'5", 287 pounds. He's 30 years old. He fights out of Alexandria, Virginia. Lee is now 8-2 with 5 knockouts. Kelvin Hale, 33-year-old from Brooklyn, 242 pounds. At 5'10", he's given up 7 inches here. He's 12.
Okay, bring it together.
All right, gentlemen.
All right, guys.
All right, gentlemen, I want a good, clean fight. I already explained it to you. I want you to touch them up, go back to your corner until I tell you to come out. Let's touch them up. All right.
Good luck, Nancy. Round 1.
Let him go. Let him go. Let him go. What? Let him go. Protect yourself and let him go. Bring him up. Bring him up. Let him go. Let him go.
Hey, don't wait. Keep it up. Get your rhythm going.
Bring him up. Let him go. Let him go. Hold him on the head.
Body shot. Body. Keep your rhythm.
Let him go. Let him go.
Don't pose. Keep your rhythm. Keep your rhythm. And don't pull out. Keep your lane.
Let him go. Let him go. Break.
Get your rhythm.
Protect yourself at all times.
Keep your rhythm.
That's where Hale must work. The shorter man, when he gets inside,
Let him go.
when he gets some given back to him by the bigger leg.
Left hand came up just a little bit short from Hale, and he's doing damage to the body of Imani Lee.
There's two windows of offensive opportunity for the short Hale. One is right there inside when he gets close. Bang the body. And the other is to force the taller Lee back and catch him stepping back. Being the taller man is an advantage, except when you force back and the shorter man gets close. Then there's a lot of target for the shorter man to expose. That's what Hale wants to do. When he gets in close, try to force the bigger Lee back and get a lot of target to strike at.
Action-packed first round between Hale and Lee. ESPN2 Friday Night Fights presented by Miller Lite. Tell it over a great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. It's Miller time. And in part by Echo, available at professional lawn care equipment dealers nationwide. And Everlast, the choice of champions since 1910. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas talking about the choice of champions. Jameel McCline was hoping that he would be the choice of a champion to fight about this time of this year. That didn't happen after the loss to Vladimir Klitschko. We get him here tonight in his bounce-back fight. Teddy, what should we expect out of him?
Well, styles make fights, and I think the style of Shuford is probably made to order for two things. One, for McCline, and two, for McCline to come back off a knockout loss. Because Shuford likes to cover up. McCline is tall, and he can win this fight with just his jab. Take advantage of those earmuffs being put on by Shuford. We'll look for that style.
Jameel McCline still to come in our main event here tonight from Bally's in Atlantic City. It's a big night of big heavyweights. Round number 2 between Imani Lee and Kelvin Hale. Imani Lee had no amateur career. The big man from D.C. was boxing for about 3 weeks. His coach took him to Richmond, Virginia, and told him, hey, I'm going to get you in an amateur fight. And Imani tells the story. He says he knew something was up when he walked into the arena and nobody was wearing headgear. He made about $50 in his pro debut. He won in a first-round knockout. Punches in round number 1. 14 to 11. Forcing the opening stance of Imani Lee with the more effective as he scored the knockdown, and he's just slugging away with that right hand here.
But no matter what happens right now, the good news for Hale is he's where he wants to be. Very hard for him to win on the outside because of the physical size and advantage of size with Lee. For Hale to win, he wants to be in close. And so far this round, he's been allowed to get in close by the bigger Lee. Lee has done the one thing that you don't want to do if you're a tall guy. Just cover up, not use his height by punching at the right distance. He just covered up like that and allowed the shorter Hale to walk right in the front door and set up in the kitchen.
And as he did in the first round, Kelvin Hale willing to go to that body and do some damage. Here he is again, Teddy. He's Lee up against the ropes.
He's being allowed, Hale, to walk right in. Height means nothing, and Lee has height if you don't know how to use it. And one of the ways you have to use it is by throwing your punches, in particular your jab, at the distance where you have an advantage, before your opponent is into his punching range. Take advantage of your punching advantage. Take advantage of your long arms.
Looping left hand catches a lot of glove from Kelvin Hale.
Much better round this round for Hale, thanks to a little help from his friends. In this case, his opponent, Lee. Not using his height, not punching at the right distance, and allowing Hale to do that. Get right in close.
Right uppercut stuck in there. Back to the body goes Hale. Good second round for Kelvin Hale.
Time.
Yeah. Let me just see that again. Yeah, that's good. Yep. Yeah.
Seconds out.
Seconds out. We approach the third round.
Third round, gentlemen. Third round.
Bottom right-hand corner, take a look at the knockdown that Lee administered to Hale in the first round. Left hook, right hand, as the shorter Hale was trying to load up from too far away. You load up from too far away, you leave a hole.
Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas on Friday Night Fights, your boxing authority. Heavyweights in action throughout our evening. This is Imani Lee in the black and white against Kelvin Hale. You saw Lee's first round knockdown of Hale. In the second round, it was Kelvin Hale who was able to press forward, get inside, do damage to the body of Imani Lee.
Even though Lee scored the knockdown and was leading because of that in the first round, you can look at Hale as having an advantage in this fight because of his amateur background. He has an amateur background. Former New York Gold Glove champion 2 times. Lee has had no amateur background.
Kelvin Hale has been in the fight game a long time, Teddy, as you alluded to. 1989, he won the New York Golden Gloves, followed up with another round in 95. And has been the more active fighter recently, as Imani Lee has only fought once in the past 3 years.
Right now, Hale's being active in the right place, inside close. Not throwing his punches from too far away where he leaves an opening with the bigger man like he did in the first round. And he paid. And once again, it's there for you to see it. Lee, the bigger man, big mountain of a man, but not using his height the way that you need to. Not throwing the punches from the right distance and not snapping that jab, pulling with that jab. You pull with a jab, the shorter man has nothing to keep him out. He can walk right in past that jab. And Hale has done that over and over. And there he goes again.
Left hand connection. Teddy, as it seems since the halfway mark of round number 1, it's been Imani Lee going backwards.
Well, it has. That's why Hale's been winning ever since that moment. See, there was some distance to punch by Lee, and that's what he needs, a little distance.
He got that range, and he connected with a couple of combinations, and he's trying to set up that right hand again. Comes back with it.
Hale needs to get in close. Take away that room.
Back comes Kelvin Hale.
Hale needs to be careful. He's been hurt this round. He's still a little unsteady on those legs. Obviously, Lee has the power to hurt Hale. He's been knocked out 2 times just like Lee. Hale has to be all the way inside like he is now. or all the way outside, but not in limbo. Not there, not at the end of the punches of the taller Lee.
A little crude, but yet entertaining.
Yeah, it's an entertaining fight.
Punch up on this guy. Bend your leg and come up on him. All right?
Deep breath, man.
Bend your leg. Come on, in through your nose and out through your
Do
mouth.
what you do. Make him taste that jab. Make that nigga throw up his last week's meal. Make him taste it.
Spit down, spit down, spit down.
Make him taste it.
Here. All right, I want some work, man. Look.
Let's go, Monty. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Do what we do. Do what we do. Let's do what we do.
Total. The Grand Ballroom at Bally's in Atlantic City, home to this week's Friday night fights. Round number 4 between Imani Lee and Kelvin Hale. Lee scored a first-round knockdown, then Hale outworked him for the next round and a half before a flurry at the end of the third round by the bigger Imani Lee. And here's Hale getting right back to it on the inside.
For a little help from his friend, a little cooperation again from Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee not using his height, not throwing his punches. Now he does, but not consistently. And when he doesn't, he allows Hale to get in the pocket, in close, inside those long arms where he can do his work as his short man.
Scheduled for 6 rounds. We told you that Imani Lee, the big 6'5", 287-pounder in the black with the white stripe, has had 7 fights end in the first round. 7 of his 10 fights. He's never gone past 4. Teddy, at some point, conditioning, carrying all that weight, and only fighting once in the past 3 years has to play a factor.
Depends how fast the pace is. It's up to Hale. Keeps it at a slow pace. He won't pay such a price. If it's a quick pace, you're right. Down the stretch, it will come into play.
Kelvin Hale enjoying the real estate on the inside against Imani Lee. Digging away against the ropes halfway through this 4th round.
Speaking of real estate, Lee is not charging Hale for real estate. He should be charging the shorter Hale 2 punches for every foot he tries to gain. Some swelling under the left eye. Little abrasion of Hale. Good people in the corner to take care of that. Jimmy Glenn, Willie Dunn, Ralph Correa.
Let him go. Let him go. Let him go.
This is where Hale wants to
Let
be.
him go.
This is where Lee wants to be, on the outside, but he needs to move those hands like that. Lee now showing you that he's starting to tire, as you alluded to, Joe.
Yeah, that mouth is opening up, Teddy. You can see that orange mouthpiece, and he's pulling away with that left hand rather than snapping it out there.
Not only that, but before he had a moment to land the left hook, and he only threw one left hook. It could have been a left hook right hand. And he had the distance to do it, but he only threw 1 punch. He's tired.
He is. We told you he's had 10 pro fights. 7 of them ended in the first round.
How you feeling?
Well, this will revive him.
3 of them
ready?
went 4.
Huh?
He's getting a little timeout here as referee Lindsey Page is giving him a break after the low blow.
All right, walk around.
Here's a look at the low blow.
Stay in the corner.
Definitely low, and the referee just informed Lee that you have up to 5 minutes if you want to use it. I have a funny feeling Lee's going to use a little bit of his time.
Yeah, and it's not to heal that low blow.
Let's go.
Well, he got about 50 seconds left there. Could make a huge difference in this round. Being that Hale was controlling the round, as we said, Lee looked like he was deteriorating physically quickly.
Kelvin Hale. Right hand comes in. Another good round for Kelvin Hale.
Top.
order. This guy is not going to go nowhere. Okay?
Deep breath, man.
Punch you with the thumb in the eye. How you feel?
How's the eye? All right.
Well, I would have thought he had more than that.
All right, now listen to me. Okay. I want you back on the jam. Okay? Back on the jam. Okay? Don't try to worry about taking him out. Okay? I want you to pick him apart right now. I want you to pick him apart.
How you feel, baby? Come on, man. Let's send him home.
This your fight. Let's not mess this
It's
up.
your fight, man. Fight your fight.
Seconds out.
We approach the 5th round. This is round 5.
Round 5, gentlemen.
5th round, we are scheduled for 6 between Kelvin Hale and 6'5", 287 pound Imani Lee. Imani Lee has never gone past 4 rounds in his pro career, and Teddy, he looked to tire in that 4th round.
He's in uncharted territory, as you said, and Hale has been 6 rounds 5 times. So you'd have to favor, from what we've seen, from their past, their history, their experience. If you're looking to handicap this at this late stage, you'd have to favor Hale down the stretch. As we said, Lee was tiring really badly the last round, got a little bit of a reprieve with that low blow. And the referee gave him about a minute, maybe 50 seconds to rest.
When you take a look at Teddy's scorecard there, you see how valuable in a 6-round fight scoring 1 knockdown can be, because that 10-8 round right now, the difference on your card, Teddy.
The lack of confidence in the condition of Lee may have just saved Hale a moment ago. He landed some good shots, which Hale gives him an opportunity to. Hale comes swinging from too far away. That's why he got caught and knocked down in the 1st round. But Lee a moment ago got a good opportunity to land a couple good shots on Hale from the right distance. But then he let Hale fall in and he just tied Hale up. If he had the confidence in his condition, Lee might have kept those hands moving. Again, there's that pawing jab from the big Lee. That does no good to the bigger man. Does a little good for the shorter man, though. Gives the shorter man a sense of where he can find the taller man. When you're pawing with that jab, you allow the taller man to measure you, to get into the right distance, to know exactly where you're at. And now Hale's right where he wants to be, in close.
Hale came inside with a right hand that connected. Comes back with another right. That uppercut is waiting on Imani Lee.
If Lee's going to do anything offensively the rest of this fight, it has to be on the outside. Before Hale gets in close, Lee needs room with those big arms. He hasn't learned how to throw real short punches, like the former heavyweight champ of the world, who was a big man, Riddick Bowe, did. Riddick Bowe was a big man who could use his height but could also fight well on the inside. That's why he was able to beat Evander Holyfield the first time for the title. Holyfield thought he'd be safe on the inside, but the big Bowe was able to do a job on the inside, even with those long arms.
What a war that was.
Lee can't punch on the inside.
There's the bell. That's the end of round 5.
Yeah. Yep. Hold on. Let me see the... What do you think on that?
I thought he was just slightly busier and more aggressive. I'm not sure it was effective aggressiveness, but he was definitely the aggressor. May not.
We approach the 6th and final round.
6th round. Come on, guys. Touch him up. Last round. Let's do the touch him up.
Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas back with you on Friday Night Fights, our opening heavyweight bout tonight. Imani Lee and Kelvin Hale, the 6th and final round in a fight that appears to be really close. Imani Lee scored a knockdown in the first round. Kelvin Hale appeared to outwork him in most of the middle rounds. But there in the 5th round, a couple of good power shots by Imani Lee, and it seemed that Hale may have been slightly busier and more of the aggressor, but still a very tight fight here in the 6th and final rounds, Eddie.
If Lee knew how to shorten up those long arms on the inside, he'd get an opportunity to score another knockdown because Hale throws a lot of wide shots.
There's a straight right hand that appeared to do some damage.
There's always an opportunity to punch with Hale. He's throwing a lot of windmill shots. If you punch with him, you have the nerve, the discipline to chuck punches inside those wide punches, you can catch Hale. But the key here all night has been, will Lee punch at the right distance? And when he doesn't, he lets Hale, the shorter man, get right there in the pocket. Again, a pushing, lobbing jab, a pulling jab. Right now, no jab from the taller Lee. Therefore, Hale's able to get in close. This is where Lee should be punching, right out there. And you can see, caught Hale with the first left hook because of his lack of confidence, or his lack of conditioning and confidence in that conditioning. He's only letting one shot go. Once again, only one shot from Lee. Maybe if he felt a little bit more in shape, he could let 2 or 3 go.
Hale comes in strong with the left hand against the ropes. As Imani Lee has lost a little bit of his snap as this fight has gone on. Good body shot by Kelvin Hale. It's been there all night for him.
Once again, Lee, the taller man, you like to see the taller man use his height. And one of the first ways you look at that is to see if the jab's used. Lee does not use his jab, and when he does, he paws with it. And not only does that not allow him to use his height, there's a good uppercut by Lee. When he paws with that jab, not only doesn't he use his height, but actually he helps the shorter man. He leaves a door open for the shorter man to walk right in. Look at that pawing jab. And that's why Hale is able to do that.
Well, it seemed like Kelvin Hale just had more left in the gas tank down the stretch run of this 6th rounder. But early on, it was the efforts of Imani Lee and the left-right combination. Was this enough to pull out the win? We will find out when we come back.
Ladies and gentlemen, before the official decision is announced, let's hear it once again for Imani Lee and Kelvin Hale.
I'm going to change this, all right?
What's that say? Yeah, 49 punches. Yeah.
All the kids that left me there?
Yeah. All right with you?
You're on me, Mark. You're on me. Imani Lee and Kelvin Hale wrapping up 6 rounds of heavyweight action. The total punches thrown. Hale threw 211, outlanded him 85-70. As for Teddy Atlas's scorecard, 57-56, Kelvin Hale, who had to overcome that first round knockdown. Let's get the official word from M. Mark Barrow.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a split decision. Judge Deborah Barnes scores the bout 58-55 Lee. Judge John Riley sees it 57-56 Hale. And Judge Steve Weisfeld scores it 57-56 to the winner by split decision, Kelvin Hale.
So 2 out of the 3 judges agree with Teddy Atlas, as Kelvin Hale did do enough down the stretch run to overcome that knockdown. He moves to 13-4-2. Good effort by Kelvin Hale. He's studying psychology at Hunter College in New York. Well, he sure passed this midterm exam here tonight. More heavyweight action still to come. Brian and Max. Next fight in 12 minutes. Next fight in 12 minutes. You can say that.
10 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 10 minutes before our next bout, an 8-round heavyweight contest. 10 minutes to the next contest.
Yep.